All right, I want to build on what Pastor John talked about wrestling. Our work with Saba is a bit of a wrestling match because we live very materially comfortable lives here in America, and we lived for 3 years with the United States Air Force in Nairobi, Kenya, where we were very comfortably cared for by the United States government. But our very immediate neighbors were living deeply entrenched in poverty, and so immediately began the wrestling match. And so instead of giving you an update about what's going on in Kenya with our 3 projects, which are the Nest Children's Home, New Dawn School, and Bethel Outreach Children's Center, 2 schools and a children's home, because honestly, the work goes on and on. The work is roughly the same year after year. We work to feed, we work to bring more education to these kids in the hopes that they can shift the cycle for the next generation. So the work is largely the same there, day to day and year to year. So what we thought we would do this year is make this more of a philosophical conversation within our own hearts and minds. But we're actually going to try to bring that to life a little bit with the help of Adam Mertz and Tim Killinger and the support of Pastor John and a lot of other people here. Over the next week or so, there is going to be a small construction project of a shanty dwelling, which is a very common way that people live in Nairobi, throughout Kenya, and throughout the third world. This is Kenya's way. When you think of a slum, this is their way of their government providing social services. They pay very little in taxes. Very few people get taxed, and as a result, there's very little money for the government to work with. So the government gives these small tracts of land and lets the people cram themselves in there and build very simple, humble dwellings that are not noble in any way. It's survival, and it's painful, because I can show you, let's go, actually, I'm jumping ahead. Anyway, we'll get to that. But I want you to watch, because the Sunday school kids, the confirmation kids over the next several days are going to be constructing a dwelling. I think it's going to get parked out on the front lawn, and it's going to begin a discussion about what dignity is. So that's what we're going to ponder here today. I'm not advancing this. Bruce, can you advance it for me? So our conversation today is going to be about dignity. And I want you to start asking yourself, what is dignity? Where do we get it from, and why does it matter? So can anyone give me just a simple working definition of dignity? First word that comes to your mind. Shout it out. Self-worth. Self-worth. That's exactly what we got last night at 5 o'clock. Value. So we'll go to the next slide. It's a sense of worth, a sense of value. So the question is, where do we get it from? Next slide. I think a lot of times we source our dignity in the material world. And so we think about our value and our worth being in the car we drive, the clothes we wear, the phone we carry, the number of friends we have on Snapchat, Facebook, the house we live in. And so here in America, we call it keeping up with the Joneses. However, next slide, what do we do? What do you do if this is your life and this is where you live? This is the health care that you get. This is your neighborhood. Where do I get my dignity from them? If I'm thinking about my dignity being sourced in my material world. I want you to notice here, just as a quick aside, look at that dwelling. That is constructed entirely of post-consumer waste. And so when Adam and I started brainstorming this project, I said, I don't want you to spend money on this. I want you to challenge, this is a challenge to think about, what is my home? What is my dignity when the home I live in is built by trash? And that's a painful thing to think about. So anyway, on to the next slide. What if you're in government and your better off neighbors ignore you because you're poor? Because that's largely what happens in Kenya. Where do you find your work. Next slide. I want to introduce you to a young man. I taught him at New Dawn School for a couple of years. He was a non-traditional student, as many of the students there were at the time. It was a brand new school, and they were trying to access education for young people that had missed the opportunity to go to high school. And so I was teaching a lot of kids in high school that were in their 20s. He was probably 23 at the time. This is John Ruby. He's 10 years older now, and I think he's a milkman. He delivers milk door to door, and he cares for his family and has a small farm as well. But he's just a wonderful man. And this was taken the day before he graduated high school. I went back to Kenya. At this point, we were living in the U.S. And the day before graduation, we sat around with this group of about 30-some graduates, and we talked about what New Dawn School's education had meant to him. And he said something really simple that stuck to my heart, and I didn't know why. He said, "What New Dawn has done for me is that poverty has been taken out of my mind." And I thought, that's interesting, and I just kind of stored that away. A couple days later, after graduation, I went with him to his mother's home, and he said to me, and it was exactly what we saw. It was a small shanty clustered together with many others, very squalid conditions, but I was greeted. His mother thought it was sheer joy to buy me a soda, and it was the most wonderful soda I think I ever drank. John did not live with his mother during high school because he was already 20 years old. It was not dignified for a young man to still be living and dreaming off of his mother's resources. So he and his brother lived in a church, and they were the night watchmen. They slept on the pews and kept the church safe. So his material reality went from, in some ways, bad to worse while he was at New Dawn School. And yet he told me, poverty has been taken out of my mind. And this is what John taught me. And this is what helped me understand that gap. Picture there being a wall. There's this gap between how I live as a U.S. citizen who is privileged, who has opportunities, who has material comfort, with the world that we were moving in and that we partnered with in Kenya, where they were living in homes built of post-consumer waste. Here's what John taught me when he said, poverty has been taken out of my mind. Next slide. Look at that letter T, dignity. That is the cross of Christ, and that is where our dignity is sourced. John was so in touch with the spiritual reality that God had created him for a purpose in love, and that Christ had shed his blood on the cross for John, for every other kid in that school, for every person in this room, every person on this globe. Jesus shed his blood, and that is where we get our dignity. And that changed how I viewed the work we were doing with Saba International. I don't know if it elevated it, let me say that, because I realized that no matter how much or how little in donations we receive, that God provides. And that the biggest part of what we do in partnering with 2 schools and a children's home is supporting them in helping these children understand that their dignity does not depend on their lack or what they have. It depends on who they are because of Christ. And so that's what thrills us to sponsor these 3 organizations, because each one of them is doing that in a unique way. Bethel Children's Outreach is working in Africa's largest slum, bringing education to kids preschool through 8th grade, or actually nursery school through 8th grade. They can't change the material reality for these families. We struggle to meet the budget just to keep the kids fed. But they're doing beautiful work in the name of Jesus, helping these kids understand who they are in Christ. The Nest Children's Home is primarily providing shelter, education, and feeding for kids whose moms are in prison and dad is nowhere to be found, maybe not even identified. So these kids are being well kept, cared for, and pointed to Christ as their dignity. And New Dawn School, high school aged kids, being pointed to Christ and his blood shed for them for their dignity. They go home to a slum dwelling but they know who they are in the eyes of God, and that is an invaluable work. And it's something that I have to do a heart check on every day, because we live in such comfort and such ease here, and we have what we call first world problems. Paying insurance, paying taxes. They become a very beautiful thing when we realize the ease they give us. All right, next slide. I don't know where we're running here. So I love this. This is a dormitory at New Dawn School. About 10 guys live in this dorm because it's too dangerous to travel the distance they have to travel, or their families just simply don't exist. So this becomes their dormitory. And I love that New Dawn, when they built this, or when they roughed it out, they painted the walls bright orange, and they put up there, I think it's 2 Corinthians 5:17. I want to make sure I get this right. This means that anyone who is in Christ has become a new creation. The old life is gone and the new has come. And that's what allows them to live in their really meager material realities, knowing that this is true. And so I just want to thank you for welcoming us back year after year. I want to thank you for just the encouragement that you give us by the way you give and pray. And so I just thank you, Adam and the Benevolence team, Tim Pillinger, for helping the youth explore this idea of dignity this week, and hopefully with a lesson for the heart that goes on and on. And so thank you for having us.